To Michelle Bombshell McGee, some of the most infamous mistresses have kiss and told. But is breaking your silence over an affair the right thing to do? Relationship expert Dr. Nikki Goldstein joins us with more. Nikki, what are the main reasons people kiss and tell?
I think some of the biggest ones are sympathy and validation, claiming that place as the victim, it wasn't my fault. Attention, like we see in the media, people wanting their 15 seconds of fame. But I also think shaming the other person. But we can also see it's a way that they continue to keep attached to that person. Maybe they have been disconnected from them. It's a way that they can still hold on to those memories and that romance.
Is there a need to tell all of it though? Like in graphic detail, should you not just say, yep, the affair happened this night, at that hotel, great?
Well, I think it's a really interesting one because we can sit back here and judge and say we should or we shouldn't, but until we're in that position. And I think for a lot of women, there's a lot of misinformation that they really want to set straight. It may not be specific details, what hotel they were at, what actually happened, but I know in Bombshell's situation, she came out and said she thought that the relationship was split. So they really feel they need to say, this is my side of the story. But the problem is we're always going to see these women as the other woman. So the other side is that it can work against them. They're that deviant person. The guys recover very well, or, they get their lives back. Bill Clinton continue on with a political career. Tiger Woods is still playing golf. Yet these women will always be,
the other woman. Yes, that's right.
We can't quite comprehend them.
Do you think they also think, I've got nothing to lose now? I don't care. I've lost a relationship. Everyone knows it's out in public. I may as well just tell all.
I think they're not thinking about the future. I think it's at that point in time. It's really about trying to come off best. How do I rectify this situation so I can say to the world, I'm not that scarlet woman. I'm okay. I still have morals and values. But, it doesn't always work that way.
Do you think they want to come off best, or they want to make some cash out of this? Because there's a lot of big money in some of the high-name ones, isn't there?
Well, I think this depends where you kiss and tell. If you're selling your story in the media, then it could be 15 seconds of fame of cash. If you're taking to Facebook, like many people do, you may be shaming the other person or trying to really prove a point, this is what has happened. So it really does depend on what avenue they take to kiss and tell.
Yeah, on that note, if you do discover that your partner is having an affair, do you, A, take a secret video and post it on Facebook, write their name on a sheet and hang it over an overpass? You sound a little bit scarred, can't you?
Have you done any of that happen to you?
Or sit out the front of their house on the bonnet of your car and wait for them to come home. No, should you confront them and the other person?
I always think you're better off to stick with the relationship first. Be careful not to accuse the other person because it may not be an affair, this just might be a suspicion. But in terms of confronting the other woman, I think you need to be very cautious of that because if you have got it wrong, you're going to do damage in the relationship by already showing that distrust. And I think for women, we tend to want to transfer that blame. So we kind of, by blaming the other woman, think that in no way were we responsible. We didn't do anything in the relationship. We haven't pushed our partners away. It was that other woman that came and stole my partner.
Do you feel that over the years, the respect for relationships from everyone has just gone? So years ago, if you would have seen a girl and you knew she was married, that would have been just a no-go zone. Now, all of a sudden, it's more of an obstacle for people, more of a challenge, which is very unfortunate, but that's the way life seems to be going.
Yeah, it is.
Can-do attitude will get you far.
But someone becomes more attractive sometimes when they're off the market. And I think, because divorce is so much easier these days and we're seeing it happen, it has become a little bit more socially acceptable. And we even look at things like open relationships being in the media, so people are not as out of bounds as that they once were.
Nikki, okay, thank you very much. Soon for you this afternoon, the biggest water slide in the world opens to the public. See it in action next.